Hi, I am Solange Bryan and you're watching WDT Media TV.
If you earn between 30,000 and 42,000, you pay only 2% interest rate. So even higher income earners got a reduction. And if you earn over 42,000, your interest rate is capped at 4%. So this argument about taking away of subsidy must be placed within the context of the government reducing interest rate for every category of Jamaican to the lowest it has ever been. Plus increasing the number of Jamaicans who get access to 0%. Now, as I said, it's a battle for narratives, a battle for your mind. And this battle is being fought on a political platform, which I call the politics of poverty. Everybody is trying to use the poor to win a political argument. That is a real travesty of all of this. Saying that I am here supporting the poor, I am supporting the poor. But the things that are really necessary to improve the life of the poor gets clouded, deliberately obfuscated to sometimes downright lies, to trick the poor people into supporting policies that are inimical, detrimental, destructive to their own interests. Now, there is a perspective being carried that the government is saying we're going to make any subsidy income contingent. The purpose of a subsidy is to enable the beneficiary, the person receiving the subsidy, to consume. It increases your consumption ability. So you see the house here? You wouldn't be able to afford it without the subsidy. So we give the subsidy, it increases your ability to consume. Now, who should we give subsidies to? Should we give subsidies to people with higher income or people with lower income? It makes sense. You always give the poorer people the subsidy because it is fairer. You, the people who are getting these houses, deserve the subsidy. Now, there's one group which has raised issue saying the disabled community would be deprived of the subsidy. Now, what is the subsidy? The subsidy is that if you fall within a certain category, your interest rates are reduced. So if you are disabled and you are in the category 30 to 40,000, you get a 1% reduction in your interest rate. But remember, that category only pays 2%. If you are in the 42,000 and over, you get a 1% reduction, so you pay 3%. If you are a civil servant and you are in the category 30,000 to 42,000, you get a 1% reduction, you pay 1% interest rate. If you're in the category 42,000 and over, you get a 1% reduction. If you are both a civil servant and you are a disabled person, consideration can be given to reducing your interest rates even further. Now, persons earning 0 to 30,000 per week already pay no interest rate. So this policy does not affect them. And let me ask you, who represent the bulk of income earners? Where would the bulk of income earners fall? They would fall within the category 0 to 30,000 per week. So how is this policy affecting poor people? You tell me now. It's a battle for narratives which do not relate to the facts. Now, before we implemented this policy, we didn't go in a back room in the dark and come up with it. I went to Parliament in my budget debate and I explained it. And in that explanation, I also pointed out that what we're going to do is going to be more equitable and much more advantageous to the disabled community. Number one, the previous policy was that if you are disabled or you are taking care of a disabled person, you could get a grant to upgrade your house so that the facility could accommodate a disabled person. And that grant was for $150,000. Yours truly, your Prime Minister, in fulfilling Michael Manley's legacy, increased that grant to $300,000 for disabled persons. Increased it. And if you are disabled and there are two persons in your household, or you are taking care of two disabled persons, that grant can be doubled, so you could get $600,000. Now, isn't that a better application of the subsidy, more direct to the people who need it? Remember, you get a 1% reduction in your interest rate. That might work out to not even maybe a few $100s. But we went one step further, and we have said that for the houses that we're going to be building going forward, we're going to make sure that if someone who is disabled applies for the house and gets the house, we will retrofit the house up front. So in every scheme that we're going to be building going forward, there will be provision for retrofitted, purpose-built houses to accommodate persons with disability. And that can be very expensive, but that is more targeted. Now, the disabled community, listening to the narrative, not paying attention or having knowledge of the facts, would say, no, don't take away the policy. But you would be interested to know that only 12 disabled persons have actually benefited from the reduction of 1% in interest rates. Only 12. So what are we talking about? Why this unfortunate battle for narratives? I think I've gone enough. At another time, I will address the issue of the civil service and their access to the 1% reduction. But I'll give you time to digest the information that I have presented here. There will be other openings at which I will speak, because you're going tired to see my face handing over houses. So, Dr. Angela Brownberg, my friend, my dear friend, we are at an inflection point in Jamaica. An inflection point. A point where the society is going to do very well. We're going to take off. And there are a lot of people who are nervous about it. They are not sure what will happen with this inflection. They are seeing growth. They are seeing employment. How will the political landscape change? Will they remain relevant, or will they be left by the roadside? And so there is quite a bit of false narratives, ridiculous narratives being placed out there, trying to maintain their supporter base or trying to gain new supporter base. But Jamaica is changing regardless of what we are doing. People are changing their way of thought. My job as your Prime Minister, my job is to make sure that government policy is efficient, it is equitable, and it is effective, and that it serves the people who need it the most. My job is to build partnerships with every sector of the society. The poor who are not working, the poor working class, as you pointed out, Angela, the small business, the large business, the micro business, the medium business. We have to build a partnership. And that is what I'm appealing for, a partnership. If we work together, government is transparent, government acts in an integrous way, we can make Jamaica the place of choice for all of us. This is a start. Please, homeowners, enjoy your house, take care of it. God bless you, and always know I'm working in your interest, and I love you like my own family.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister Holness.
All right, thanks everyone. Oh, yes.
Nathaniel. Well, young man. Yeah, come over.
So, it's no more gas here. It's like gas. Go. Oh, we're gonna plant trees. I don't know, you ever plant this on the rock stone? Oh, it's a lime tree? Yeah.
Planting of a lime tree here, symbolic.
Yes, it does. I guess they will. So we're using this one. move any of the
Nice,
grass.
thank you.
All right.
Can do local gardening though.
You might need some more dirt.
If you look at pictures, they look like this. You know what I mean?
No, my backyard got real stuff to deal with like that. All right, so what's more than it?
The units and the persons around. Inside the units. Upstairs bathroom area. May have things that are there and then house owner. And the closet.
Words cannot explain. I'm so excited, overjoyed, everything.
The home of Miss Scarlett Johnson. This is her apartment here. We're going back downstairs now. Look for the Miss Scarlett Johnson. Is excited to be a new owner. Living room. Kitchen area. And there's another room here. And the downstairs bathroom. And there's the door to go to the outside. And the scheme is called Starline Court, named after one of Garvey's ship, the Black Star Liner. It's called Starline Court. The mayor in attendance.
Look on the national TV dirty.